Welcome to our today's story of how laziness will stagnate you if you don't act. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, lived a young man named Ethan. He was known far and wide for his quick wit and charming smile, but he had one flaw that seemed to overshadow all his virtues: an unwavering fondness for laziness. It wasn't that he lacked ambition or dreams, but rather, he had a remarkable ability to procrastinate and find shortcuts in everything he did. Ethan's morning routines were an epitome of his idleness. The sun would break through the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and pink, but Ethan remained cocooned in his bed. His alarm clock would ring and ring until it finally gave up, defeated by his resolute snooze button pressing. Minutes turned to hours, and by the time he finally dragged himself out of bed, half the day had slipped through his fingers. One day, a proclamation arrived in the village square. The king was hosting a grand festival, and a jousting competition was to be the centerpiece of the festivities. The victor would be bestowed with a chest of gold coins and the honor of being the village champion. As the news spread, a spark of excitement ignited in Ethan's heart. The thought of being a hero and winning the coveted prize was tempting, but alas, his laziness reared its head. Weeks flew by, and Ethan spent his time daydreaming about the fame and fortune that awaited the champion. Yet, he couldn't muster the will to train or prepare for the joust. He lounged in the shade, watching the vibrant butterflies dance in the meadow, rather than practicing with a lance and a wooden horse. The villagers tried to warn him, "Ethan, you must prepare. Laziness will be your downfall," they cautioned, but he brushed their concerns aside with a dismissive wave of his hand. The day of the jousting competition arrived, and the village square buzzed with excitement. Knights from far and wide had gathered to showcase their valor and skill. Ethan watched them don their gleaming armor and mount their majestic steeds, his heart sinking with a mixture of regret and longing. As the jousting began, he felt a pang of envy and a deep sense of missed opportunity. However, Ethan's moment was about to arrive, albeit in a most unexpected manner. One of the knights injured his arm during a jousting match and was forced to withdraw. The crowd murmured, wondering who would replace the fallen knight. In a twist of fate, Ethan's name was put forth as a replacement. A wave of shock rippled through the crowd, followed by a collective chuckle. Ethan, the laziest soul in the village, was now a contender in the grand joust. With a reluctant sigh, Ethan donned a borrowed suit of armor that was a few sizes too large and mounted a horse that seemed more interested in grazing than galloping. As he faced his opponent in the arena, his lack of preparation was painfully evident. The crowd watched in amusement as Ethan's lance wavered and missed its target entirely, while his opponent's strike was precise and unyielding. Ethan was unhorsed with a comical tumble, and the arena erupted in laughter. Humiliated and dejected, Ethan trudged back to the sidelines, his face flushed with embarrassment. The crowd's laughter echoed in his ears, a stark reminder of the consequences of his laziness. He had let down not only himself but also those who had believed in him, albeit briefly. The chest of gold coins gleamed in the distance, a distant dream that had slipped through his grasp due to his own indolence. As the sun set on the village square, Ethan retreated to a quiet corner, nursing his wounded pride. It was there that an elderly man approached him, a glint of sympathy in his eyes. "Young man," the old man began, "laziness may seem like a comfortable path, but it often leads to a labyrinth of missed opportunities and regret. Every step you take in that direction makes the path ahead more convoluted." Ethan looked up, his gaze meeting the old man's wise eyes. "Is it too late?" he asked, his voice tinged with a newfound determination. The old man smiled gently. "It's never too late to change your course, my boy. The labyrinth of laziness can be navigated, but it requires effort, dedication, and a willingness to confront your shortcomings." Inspired by the old man's words, Ethan embarked on a journey of self-improvement. He sought the guidance of experienced knights and began rigorous training. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Slowly but steadily, Ethan's lance grew steadier, his aim more accurate, and his resolve unyielding. The villagers, once skeptical, began to notice the transformation in him. A year later, the grand festival returned to the village, and with it, the jousting competition. This time, Ethan entered the arena with a heart full of determination and a spirit that refused to be defeated. His lance struck true, and his opponent was unseated with a resounding thud. Cheers erupted from the crowd, their laughter now replaced with admiration and respect. In the final round of the joust, Ethan faced a formidable opponent, a knight known for his unmatched skill. The battle was fierce, each strike resonating with the echoes of Ethan's arduous journey. With unwavering focus and a heart ablaze with newfound purpose, Ethan landed the decisive blow, toppling his opponent from his horse. Ethan was crowned the village champion, and the chest of gold coins was placed in his hands. But the true reward lay in the transformation he had undergone. A lazy soul turned into a determined, disciplined, and resilient individual. The labyrinth of laziness had been navigated, its convoluted paths unraveled through hard work and perseverance. As the years passed, Ethan's story became an inspiration to the villagers and beyond. His determination and transformation were shared in tales that parents told their children, and his name became synonymous with overcoming obstacles. People from neighboring villages traveled to seek his advice and wisdom, hoping to learn from his experiences. Ethan didn't stop with the jousting victory. Emboldened by his success, he embarked on various endeavors that once seemed beyond his reach. He became a skilled blacksmith, crafting exquisite weapons and armor that were sought after by knights from distant lands. He also took up the study of medicine, using his newfound discipline to heal the sick and mend the wounded. His once lazy tendencies were replaced with a boundless energy that seemed to radiate from him. But Ethan's most profound impact was on the village's youth. He established a training ground where he tirelessly coached aspiring jousters, instilling in them the virtues of hard work, dedication, and the perils of laziness. He shared his story with them, using his own past as a cautionary tale, reminding them that the labyrinth of laziness was a trap they could avoid with the right mindset. Ethan's influence extended beyond the physical realm. He became a confidant and counselor, known for his ability to offer sage advice and empathetic listening. People admired not only his achievements but also the humility with which he carried himself. He never forgot the lessons he had learned, and he remained a beacon of hope for those who felt trapped in their own labyrinths of complacency. As time flowed onward, Ethan's hair turned silver, and wrinkles etched stories of his journey on his face. He watched with pride as the village flourished, its people thriving under the ethos he had come to represent. The festival continued to be a highlight of the year, and the jousting competition remained a beloved tradition. But more importantly, it became a symbol of the potential that lay within every individual, waiting to be unlocked through effort and determination. Ethan's legacy endured even after he had passed from this world. A statue was erected in the village square, depicting him in his jousting armor, lance raised high, and a determined expression etched on his face. The inscription beneath the statue read, "Ethan, a beacon of transformation. Conqueror of laziness, champion of discipline." May his story remind us that the path of effort leads to the heights of achievement. As the celebrations continued, Ethan reflected on his journey. He understood now that laziness was a trap, an illusion of comfort that led to missed opportunities and regret. The path of least resistance, he realized, was often the path of least fulfillment. He had emerged from the labyrinth stronger and wiser, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with a spirit unburdened by laziness. And so, the tale of Ethan, the once lazy young man who navigated the labyrinth of laziness and emerged as a beacon of inspiration, continued to inspire generations. His story served as a reminder that movement through life was not merely a physical act but a reflection of one's choices and determination. The villagers carried his lessons forward, knowing that the path to success required perseverance and the willingness to confront the temptations of ease. In the end, Ethan's journey taught them that the labyrinth of laziness was not an insurmountable maze but a challenge that could be overcome with a resolute spirit and an unwavering commitment to growth. And as the sun set over the village, casting a warm, golden glow, the legacy of Ethan lived on, a testament to the transformative power of embracing life's challenges with open arms and a heart full of determination.